Hi everyone, I'm back from China. I got back today, a couple of hours ago. I am absolutely exhausted. I cannot believe I'm even attempting to do a video today, but I've got lots of cool things to show. Well, not that many. We'll talk about that in a moment. And I wanted to get it out of the way because I've got a busy week coming up. I'm also looking forward to talking about my trip. I'm going to start that off on my live stream on Wednesday. So 7 AM, usual time, GMT plus 11, that I do my stream, but it's going to be a Q&A about the trip. So you'll get to ask me some cool questions and I get to answer them in really vague and obscure ways. I've had absolute information and sensory overload on this trip, and it's going to take me some time to process it. But anyway, what I wanted to do today was just talk about some of the things that I got. Now, I'll straight up tell you, there is a billion things to buy in China, and I didn't buy any of them. I went there with a plan that there were some things I wanted to get, mainly passives, which some of you might know that I got, might have seen some of my tweets. But there's very little else that I was looking for, so I have not bought a lot of stuff from China. I didn't do the I'm going to fill 2 suitcase type trip. I was very focused and specific on what I wanted to get from there, because I don't know, I've got enough stuff I'm not using already as it is. I didn't want to just come back with loads of stuff I'm not going to use. So let's have a look at some of the things that I got. And there's one item here as well that wasn't from, well, it's from China, but I didn't get it on my trip. It was waiting for me here when I got back, and I'll open that up as well. So let's have a look at some of this stuff. In no particular order, I got a bunch of 1000 red and black little kind of wire wrap wires. They're a little bit thicker than general wire wrap. They're tinned on each end, which is already really good, and they come attached, but you can pull them apart. So you can see here, there's 2 attached wires. So they're pretty small. These would have been really handy on my PS RAM wire wrapping, but I'm always looking for small wire lengths, and these are pre-tinned. And they were just an enamel sleeve. I could have got silicone sleeve ones, but these are just enamel, and they were really cheap. I think they cost me $4. Yeah, about $4 for 1,000 of them. So I should never run out of those. I also got some soldering iron tips. Now you'll see in an upcoming video, I don't know how I'm going to edit them all yet, but I took some footage in many of the markets, and in one of the videos you'll see just a shop full of 1 billion of these. Nuts. They are tiny chisel, kind of like what I use right now on my iron. These are a little bit, oh no, they're the same length. Excellent. So these, yeah, should be the same as what I'm currently using. As you can see, this one looks a bit ratty. So normally I buy them in packs where you get an assortment, and you know, it normally comes with 1 or 2 of these and that's it. But I bought a pack of 10, and these were $4 again for a pack of 10. I think $4 or $3 Aussie, $3 Aussie, so like $2 US. So they're the cheap clone ones. It doesn't matter. I go through one of these tips every couple of months, so I've got enough to last me a while. I'm still aiming to get a Hakko iron at some point, so this will keep me going for a while. Pretty unexciting. Now, I got a whole bunch of reels. So, these are resistors. I got myself 0603, they're 1%, 100k resistors. There are 5,000 on here. 5,000 of them. Whoa! And 0603, 1%, 10k resistors. Also 5,000. And 0402, 1%, 10k, 10,000 little resistors. Holy moly. And 0402, 100k, 1%, another 10,000. So I'm not going to run out of these resistors in a while, but they're the most used ones on my Tiny Pico, and I guess going forward on any derivative boards I make based on the Tiny Pico reference. And I think I'm just going to keep working at 0603 and 0402 now, especially because the 0805s are really hard to get with caps. So if I'm going to go small, I might as well go small for resistors and caps. So 4 different lots of resistors. Now these cost me, so the 0402s were 4 RMB per 1,000, so 10,000 on a reel, so that's 40 RMB, and 40 RMB is about $8. So you can do the maths on that. $8 for 10,000 0402 resistors. It's pretty cool. The 0603s were 5 RMB per thousand, so 25 RMB for 5,000. So that works out to about $5 per reel. Pretty good. $5 for 5,000 pieces. So I was quite happy with that purchase. And of course, I wanted them on reels because, you know, might need reels in the future with passives. You never know. So they're my resistors. And then of course I got a whole bunch of caps, as some of you might know. So these are 0805. They're using the metric instead of the imperial. Don't know why they did that. So these are 1 microfarad 0805s. There were 2,000 of those. We've got, these are 0603s, 10 microfarads. There are 4,000 of those. Don't even know if this is staying in focus as I move this down. We've got also a 603, 100 nanofarad or 0.1 microfarad. 4,000 of those. 0402, 1 microfarad, 10,000. 10,000, and we have a 402, 10,000 of 0.1 microfarad. 0.1 microfarad, 0805, 2,000 pieces. I should have got another roll of this, because I use a lot of these on my Wi-Fi clocks. Anyway, 2,000 pieces might last me a little while. 0603, 1 microfarad, 4,000 pieces, and 0805, 10 microfarad, 2,000 pieces. So stacks of caps. Now what do the caps cost me? So the 0805s were all 37 RMB per thousand. So they come in 2,000 reels. So 74 RMB for the 10 microfarad caps, which are the most expensive at the moment because of the shortage. $14 for 2,000 caps, which is 0.007 cents each, which is a phenomenal price. Phenomenal. By the way, these are all 10%, all of these caps, and they're all a mix of X7R and X5R, and they are all Samsung caps. It took me quite a while to find a reliable seller that I trusted, that weren't trying to completely rip me off. So anyway, these are the most expensive, and they were 0.0074 cents Australian each, so about 0.005 cents each, US, give or take. The 0.1 microfarads were 25 RMB per thousand, so that's 50 RMB, and 50 RMB is $10, and there's 2,000 of them, 0.05 Australian, so 0.03 something US. Pretty cool. Now of course the cheapest ones were the 0402s, which were, if I can find them, the cheapest across the board were these ones, the 0.1 microfarads. They were 3 RMB per thousand, so 30 for 10,000. This reel was $6. Divide that by 10,000. 0.0006 cents each. That is nuts pricing. And this seller had an LCR on their desk. Very, very, very excited about all of my caps and all of my passives. So that was very long-winded. Apologise for that, but you know, passive day today. So what else did I get? Well, I got 2 more things. One I didn't pay for. This is pretty cool. This was from a robot that was at the Chinese Maker Fair. I'll show you footage of this in a different video, but it was pretty cool. There's a little robot figurine, and what the actual machine does is you pick a design you want, and you write your name on the tablet, and it engraves the name on the bottom, as you can maybe just see there. It says C on R, engraves it on the bottom and pops it out and puts them in a box for you. So that's a pretty cool bit of machinery. So anyway, I'm going to put that on my shelf with my other little figurines. And the other thing, the last thing I got in China was this. It is an LCR, and it's a surface mount LCR, so it's got connected probes. Oh, it even came with a battery. Okay, oh, and it's also got different replacement pins. Nice. If I can get them out. I can't. Anyway, doesn't matter. I have no idea if this menu is going to be in Chinese or not. Probably. For those of you that don't know what an LCR is, it is a measurement tool that measures inductance capacitance and resistance. Pretty much what a digital multimeter could do, though not all multimeters can actually measure capacitance and very few can do inductance. So it's just a matter of just tweezing some pieces and getting a result on there. I don't really need one of these. It was definitely a spur of the moment purchase. There was quite a few other people who were buying them, and I ummed and ahed because I've got two digital multimeters here that can do capacitance. I'm going to be able to open this up with this screwdriver. Yep. So I didn't really need one. Okay, didn't need a small screwdriver. This is unrehearsed, as you can see. Battery out. I'm surprised it came with a battery, actually. Yeah, I don't really need this, but it was pretty cheap. It was 20 bucks. So I thought, you know, what could go wrong? Oh, it beeped. Cool. Let's just plug it in and let's stop beeping at me. I don't know how to use it. Function. Okay, auto. I've got diode mode, capacitance mode. I don't know what scan does. Ohms. Is that a continuity? Oh, it does continuity too. Excellent. So yeah, it's just a little handy tool. I think it's going to be easier than ripping out the multimeter as I need it, especially if I just want to measure some values. I might have a board I'm going to reverse engineer, so it's going to make it easy to do that when I'm looking at all the different components. So yeah, I bought this, picked it up, as I said, 20 bucks. There was obviously much better ones there, and there was much cheaper ones. There was a manual, which is going to be all in Chinese. That's exactly what you get from China. Yep. But I will work this out on another video. I might do it on a stream. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. So that was the only real tool I bought. How do I turn it off? Is there an off button? Hold it down. Okay, hold it down, it turns off. Excellent. Nice little case as well. So that is all I got from China. I know, crazy, huh? Sorry folks, sorry for those of you that expected me to bring some crazy zany stuff back to look at. That was never my plan, I didn't do it, I'm sorry. But the last thing I'm going to open, I'm going to do this here now as well, because, you know, won't get a chance to do it on any other video. It is a DSLogic Plus. This is my logic analyzer. So 16 channels, 256 megabits. It does 400 megahertz, but only at 4 channels, and then it drops down. So if you get to, I think it's 6 channels does 200, and 8 channels or 16 channels does 100. I don't know, something like that. Let's have a look inside, shall we? Ooh, nice case. Okay, what have we got? DSLogic Plus box. So it uses USB-C to connect to the computer, which is cool. It's quite exciting. I like seeing USB-C everywhere. And it's got the connectors at the back. And so the connectors, well, here's the USB cable. Yep. The connectors are, let's see if I can get them out. These. So there are 6 connectors, and they plug into, turn it around the right way, they plug into the back here. They can only go in one way. There's a PCB over here, and then the pins on that side, and you can see the slots just here, maybe. So they go in like this, and then each one of these has a whole bunch of connectors on them that you can use to probe with. And then it also comes with a bunch of, I know we're zoomed in nice and close, but that's cool, a bunch of these little prong. Am I in focus? Little prong things, hooks. No, they're not really hooks. That you connect. And where does this go into? So you go like this. It's on, and then you can use these to connect. I've been told these aren't fantastic quality, and might get some better ones. I found a link somewhere of someone who was showcasing some nicer quality ones. But yeah, I now have a logic analyzer, so I can have a look at signals on SPI bus, or on I2C, or on anything really. It's quite exciting. I've been wanting one of these for quite a while. So yeah, that is my haul from China and my DSLogic Plus. As I said, it was a small shop. My aim was to come back with enough passives to last me a while, especially with caps, and I've done that, so that was a big success for me. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see many of you on my live stream on Wednesday morning. Don't forget, 7 AM GMT plus 11. I'm going to have a Q&A about my China trip. Get your questions ready. Okay, catch you later. Bye.